years, I can refer 15 because I think this is more realistic for me. Like, okay, well, you lose level 6 because you takes 25 to get level 6 revenue sharing. You lose level 5 because you have to refer 20. Referring 15 will just get you paid on 3 levels. He goes, yeah, show me that. This is more me. I think I can do this in 5 years. I'm like, okay, well, before I do that, you need to know it is nowhere near 2.1 million. And now this is a friend of mine. He's like, I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it. I go, well, don't go crying in your beer because 655,000 a year is not bad. He's like, really? He's like, okay, I'm in. And he actually signed up and he's with me today. So if you'd like to make 655,000 a year 5 years from now, you just need to refer 15 agents to EXP who average 6 sales a year. Then each of those will start to tell some people who tell us, and it compounds and accumulates out. I'll end with this. I shows to another friend up north, a farm town. He goes, can you drop it to 10? I go, yeah, why? He owned an independent brokerage. He had 14 agents that worked for him. They said all my agents, they average probably 6. And this is actually sadly probably what my agents do, sleepy little farm town. Because I think 10 of them will sign it. He's a kind of a cowboy. He's like a big barrel-chested guy. He goes, I think 10 of them will sign up for that deal. He called it a deal. It's pretty funny. And he goes, and I could see them doing this. And he goes, what would this earn me? I go, well, you're going to lose level 4 because you didn't tell 15. You're only going to get paid on 2 levels. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I could see that happening for sure. And he's a 35-year independent. He goes, what would that earn me? I got to be honest with you. I was nervous to hit the go button. I'm like, what, 30, 40,000 a year? I'd never done anything that low. Well, how's $250,000 a year? 251,000 a year. Talk about a 401k for real estate. Or you could just not try. Well, I'm just going to stay with my old company and sell my tail off. Really, that's why I left Keller Williams, because I knew in 5 years I'd be 56 years old. I'd be selling my tail off then, just like I am now. I knew my future is predictable. So is yours. You'll be at Coldwell Banker in 5 years. You'll be at Remax in 5 years. Maybe you'll be doing luxury homes. Maybe this, maybe that. But you'll still be dealing with buyers who are upset because the home inspector missed the broken garbage disposal, or a seller who's upset because the buyer asked them to put a new roof on, and how dare them, and somehow you should have known. I mean, it doesn't change in 21 years. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to sell a ton of homes at Keller Williams or Remax or wherever I am. I might as well do it at EXP. By the way, last month is my 8th month at EXP. I shattered all my all-time personal sales records. No one cared at all that I was with a company they had never heard of. When I went to Keller Williams in 2009, people like, KW, what's that? I go, Keller Williams. They're like, what's that? I'm like, well, there's this company in Texas. They're really cool. Nobody cared then. Nobody cares now. They do business with you.
Okay, so that's our what we consider our
revenue share
opportunity, and I just want to kind of like have Juanita maybe share her story on how she got to EXP, and why is she here, because she was highly successful even before she came over to EXP. And go ahead and get yourself off mute, Juanita.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad that you guys are here today. Well, I actually started in a whole different type of business. I actually owned spas. So I actually started off with one of the first mobile spas in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. And the reason why I started that is because I was doing a lot of celebrities like Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Natalie Cole, even Michelle Obama in the White House. So from there, I said, you know what, let me have a brick and mortar spa. So I ended up having one of the largest spas in Jacksonville, Florida. It was a 9,000 square foot spa. So I did that for a while. And one day, one of my friends said to me, hey, I'm looking to sell my house. And I was like, oh, okay. And he had a 24,000 square foot house. He's Laverne Cole. He's an ex-football player. And he wanted me to sell his house. So I went and got my license. And that's how I actually got into real estate. And I've been with many companies, but I have to say, I had been approached to join EXP almost for 7 years. Every time people would be asking me, and actually top producers would ask me, because they considered me one of the top producers in Jacksonville, to join EXP. And I said, no, I'm happy where I am, After I actually went on a boat cruise. So this is in 2019, well, actually 18 more so, went on a boat cruise. And my sister, Camille, my younger sister, she was like, you're always on the phone throughout the whole, because every year we would go on a boat cruise. with my family. But every year I'd be on the phone the whole time, which, you know, it's expensive on top of that to be answering the phone on a boat cruise. But I would do it because I had all these customers and I wanted to make sure they were happy. Well, my sister tapped me on the shoulder and said one day, hey, you know, you're never here. You're always, even when you are here, you're never here. You're always just working. And as you know, and this is the sad part of it, she had breast cancer. She's saying, you need to start spending some more time with me. Forget about these customers and stuff. You need to start spending time. So I got off that boat cruise, and literally the following week I went to Toronto. That's where I'm originally from. And one of my girlfriends said, hey, come to this meeting. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go to meetings. She said, it's about real estate. Just come. I'm like, okay. I had no clue what it was about. Went to the meeting and I met Shelly Johnson, and she changed my life because she literally was just put me under her wings and said, I'm going to help you in anything that you need help with. But on top of that, she showed me, I'll be honest with you, she showed me her back office and how much money she was making in real estate, just actually telling people about EXP. And it changed my life because for me, I needed something that I could stop just doing real estate, but having a revenue coming in every single month. And that's what EXP gave me. So when the pandemic happened, while everybody was working and panicking, I had a check coming in every 22nd of every month because I started building my business. So for me, that's the reason. It just, and since then, I've never been so excited about being a part of a company and being able to work with Anthony and he's amazing, and all these amazing people that I've been able to work with. So that's my story.
Awesome, Juanita. Thank you so much for sharing that story. So let me share my screen back with you guys, and then I'm going to share a couple more things with you, because I know when I speak with agents all across the country for years and a couple of decades now, the number one thing that they say they need is what? Leads, right? Leads. Yeah. And so the least issue that we have is leads. So I want to share with you a couple reasons why me personally, as far as being able to expand my business across the world in 50 states and 23 countries, on why I came to EXP. So what I was doing was I wanted to conquer the planet with real estate, right? I kept getting licenses in different countries and different states and trying to open up offices so I could close thousands and thousands of transactions. And then one day I talked to Shelly. She said, well, Anthony, you know, you only need one license to be able to close deals in all 50 states and 23 countries. And so she broke that process down for me, and it has basically quadrupled my business. So I'm going to share with you a couple programs on why me personally, a guy that was trying to take over the planet, as far as real estate, this is what I did. So we have this express offer program. You guys are in Atlanta, Georgia, right? You guys are in Atlanta, right? Everybody's in Atlanta. Okay.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So you hear Mark Spain offering on TV and on billboards everywhere, cash offer for your home, no open houses, no repairs, no stress. Who's ever heard of that, right? Who's heard of that? Like, I've been using this program for over 10 years, and I want you to know that tomorrow morning you can start advertising like that as well, because you will now have the exact same program, except your program will even be with more opportunities than you have to be able to walk into a seller's home with a cash offer in your hand, on top of how you actually would normally do a listing appointment. You want to do the traditional listing appointment. And then you could also make money if they want to sell their home themselves. So every time you walk into a listing appointment, you're going to be able to come into the house with 3 options. And you don't care which option the seller chooses. They can take the cash offer, they can take your traditional way on how you normally do listings, or the third way, you can say, hey, I'll help you sell your home yourself without me. And I'm going to show you how you can make money as well, that way as well. So you have an express offer program, which is the same exact program that Mark, who's a good friend of mine, uses, except your program's on steroids. All right. So at EXP, we have 179 billion-dollar hedge funds and companies that want to buy homes. And so I want to take you out of the mindset of just thinking about where you live. So I'm going to show you how this works. Every single real estate agent at EXP can submit 3 cash offers a day, 3 a day. So for you, that's 21 a week, and that's 84 a month, you individually. So you can figure out what the average commission is that you make off one sale. So imagine if you could submit 84 cash offers a month, and only maybe, let's just say 5%, 2%, 2.5% of 5%. Let's say you only close 2 deals a month, and your average commission is $9,000